Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? It's your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up. New jacket. Not new, but newish background. Just appreciating the beautiful camera quality of my new camera on this background and this gorgeous face. That's just my opinion. Let me know yours. How's everybody doing? I was wondering if any of you guys were thinking, where's Apollo? Where's the predictions? We got the big wrestling weekend coming up. Where is he? I'm here. Calm down. Calm down. I'm right here. I'm right here. And I'm ready. It's been a tough time trying to decide these predictions. We have two big shows, but we're talking about NXT TakeOver Phoenix today, a show that really has the potential to, one, steal the show, obviously, that's what they do, two, become the most unpredictable takeover in NXT history. What is Apollo talking about? Well, think about it. Think about it just for a few seconds. The majority of these matches could go either way. They could have completely different results than what we think, and NXT would be saved. Some people could get called up. The Royal Rumble is the night after, for goodness sake. Who's going to show up in that? I'll give you a hint. If it's not the Velveteen Dream, I'm going to riot. Yeah, that's really my opinion at this point. He's not on TakeOver, and let's go to the Royal Rumble for the experience of the Velveteen Dream. But sadly, we have to put the Dream aside for these predictions. As I said, he is not competing at NXT TakeOver this month as far as we know. You never know. Sometimes, maybe, we can just believe hard enough. But let's move it aside. It's time to talk about NXT TakeOver Phoenix. This show I'm really hyped about. As I've said, it's taken me a while to come up with my predictions for this. I watched my beautiful friends over at Cultaholic.com. Go follow and subscribe if you have not already. Join them. They're growing every day. Two of their wonderful lads have come close with their predictions on this one. They only differ on one match, so it's been really hard for me to try to find my way into this and what I think is going to happen. I've had a good reputation for being really good calling takeovers, and to be fair, I feel like I deserve a Perfect Predictions Award for TakeOver UK, besides the Finn Balor show up, which I did have Devlin losing the match. I called everything perfect. Hoping to do the same with this show. But let's see where we go. Now, before we start with the actual show, just a reminder, I think the pre-show might be a bit more relevant this time. Not in terms of matches, but there's the NXT Awards of the year. Hopefully, we're going to get some good backstage promos, segments, whatever. Just something fun we can enjoy before the show actually starts. To the show itself. Now, a lot of people have been talking about who's it going to be this time, the guy sitting front row getting some attention. I believe X-Pac was the last, and I don't see him yet in NXT, although we can dream sometimes, right? X-Pac, bring back the X Factor. It's your favorite. No, I'll calm down. But who's it going to be this time? I'm going to throw my money in for Kushida. I think Kushida would be a huge face to see in the front row. The pop will be huge. Going to NXT, I'd love it. I'm putting my money on Kushida being the guy sitting in front row. There's a few other, I don't want to say smaller options, no disrespect, but I'm feeling like it's going to be Kushida. But we've talked about the side parts of the show. Let's talk about the main show itself. As usual, we have 5 matches scheduled. The first one we're going to talk about, which in my opinion, it's going to be the easiest one to call the whole night. It's the NXT Tag Team Championship match. It's the Undisputed Era, represented by Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, a team I have come to love, as I hope you all as well have, facing the War Raiders. This is way overdue. They had a title match in NXT. It led to a disqualification, and War Raiders were on the winning team at NXT War Games too. So they're finally getting their rematch. Injury has put them on the sidelines for a bit, but they're ready to go against the Undisputed Era. What do I see out of this? As I said, I believe this is the most predictable match of the show. I'm going for War Raiders. I think we're getting new NXT Tag Team Champions. Undisputed Era have held their second reign for a bit now, since last July, June-ish. I believe is when they beat Mustache Mountain to get the titles back. Maybe early August, but I don't think so. Around July and June, I think. So I'm just going to throw my money in for War Raiders. I think they're going to get it. You have to make them look strong. We know what they're all about. I know what they're all about. I've seen them in Japan. I've seen them in the UK. They're unstoppable. Let's keep doing what we're doing with them. No screw jobs here. You can try. Maybe we'll get Bobby Fish and Adam Cole coming out to try to save the group, but maybe somebody else comes out and ruins it, like the Velveteen Dream. Remember, he has issues with the Undisputed Era right now. So, hey, you never know, right? I think he's a full-on face at this point, too, the way he reacted with the crowd on this past week's episode of NXT. So, that's my pick, new tag team champions. Maybe the feud goes on a little bit. Maybe it ends right here. Depends what we have planned for the Undisputed Era right now. Let's go War Raiders. Let's move on to the second match. It is the only non-title match of the show. I believe this is match 3 for them, and doesn't include EC3. But it is time for Cassius Ohno versus Matt Riddle once again. A feud that I certainly didn't believe would get this far, and I'm pretty sure you guys didn't believe either. It was a quick 6-second win for Matt Riddle with that knee to the head at last time, not last month, but last, the TakeOver War Games 2, I'm pretty sure in November. But then Ohno wants another match. He's blindsiding Riddle from behind. He gets it, but this time, Matt Riddle taps him out to the bro mission, whatever he calls it. I don't honestly like his submission. I'm going to throw my opinion out there right now. I don't like it, frankly. I'm fine with the knockout knees. More fan of that. And then it looks like Ohno's playing it. Maybe he's going to turn face, go a team with Riddle. But no, blindsides him again, even injures him. Does not allow Riddle to be competing for the next few weeks. And he beats Keith Lee with a low blow, shot to the plums, and the roaring forearm. And Riddle tries to make the save, but can't. Not cleared to compete, but this time he is. Number one, this should have been a stipulation match, in my opinion. I would have preferred last man standing. I know it's been overdone, especially last year, but I feel like this would have worked in this case. Or a submission match, something that would have worked a bit better than just another one-on-one. Also, just stating, there's no stipulation matches on this show that I am aware of. Shouting that out, too. This is one that needed one. But who's going to win? Oh, you'd think maybe just because they've kept this going long enough that Ohno is going to steal it, but I can't see it. I cannot see it, and I'm going to go with Matt Riddle. He's going to beat Ohno again, in my opinion, and maybe, unlike last year, Ohno might get to be in the Royal Rumble match. I thought he was going to be facing Bobby Roode for the United States Championship last year at the Royal Rumble, or go in the Royal Rumble itself. Didn't happen. Maybe this time Ohno gets called up. I just don't see him beating Matt Riddle. That's really my point I'm trying to push right now. Riddle is someone you want to keep building up. If Keith Lee isn't getting that treatment, at least Riddle is. Just stating it. But enough on that match. Let's move into the next 3. The 3 main matches, as I'd like to call it. And the 3 incredibly hard matches to predict, in my opinion. Let's talk about the NXT Women's Championship match first as I sit up here a little bit. Shayna Baszler, only 2-time NXT Women's Champion in history, taking on undefeated Bianca Belair. I've been a huge fan of Belair since I've seen her step into a ring. Honestly, when I saw her qualifying match for the first Mae Young Classic, she just, her style, her charisma, her personality, it just grabbed me. It made me want to invest my time, effort, and emotion into this woman. She is a fantastic athlete. She's ready for the big time. But I don't see her beating Baszler, as much as that hurts me to say, especially because you'd think, now that the rumors are coming in about Ronda Rousey only staying for a year and leaving after WrestleMania, you'd want to move Shayna into a program as soon as possible. But it doesn't seem like the 4 Horsewomen versus the 4 Horsewomen, WWE and UFC, doesn't seem like we're doing that. Doesn't seem like we're doing that. Might be a letdown for some people, but WrestleMania might make up for it with a big triple threat match. We'll see. We'll see, though. I'm going to go for Baszler. I think this is going to be like the same kind of story when it comes to the Velveteen Dream and Tommaso Ciampa at TakeOver in November. The same kind of story. Oh, the star, he's so close. In this case for Belair, she's so close, but just comes up a little bit short. little bit short. And Shayna retains. Belair takes her first loss in NXT. As much as this would be a great shock win for this show, I just don't see it happening. I'm going for Shayna Baszler. Moving on to the NXT North American Championship match, Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano. Now, this match has been the hardest to call overall, without a doubt, and Cultaholic proved my opinion. That's the match they differ on in the predictions. Who's gonna get it? Oh, it's so tough to say. A lot of people say Ricochet has not had that title long enough. I disagree. He's had it for a fair chunk, and he's made good use of it in his matches with Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Tyler Breeze, and others. Whereas Johnny Gargano has been in the slumps for months now. He has not won a TakeOver match since he beat Tommaso Ciampa at TakeOver New Orleans. It's tough to call, but I'm going with my heart and my head on this one. I'm picking Johnny Gargano. It was a risk last month. No, again, I keep saying last month, but last TakeOver. You guys know what I mean. Going for Johnny in the Aleister Black match, when in the end it just turned out to be a good wrestling/revenge match. Although if you see my reaction result video to that, you'll understand why I wasn't a fan of the way they handled it. The steel cage match I enjoyed. Gargano got his win back over Black. I think he's going to do it. I think Johnny is finally going to win the title, prove to be a good little puppet in Tommaso Ciampa's schemes, and walk out with the NXT North American Championship. Probably a big cheat is what's going to get him this one against Ricochet. Don't know what they're going to have planned for Ricochet next time. Obviously, I don't think the program's going to end there. Get a rematch or two in there maybe involve Ciampa a bit more. But I'm going for Johnny Gargano. I see a new NXT North American Champion. But let's talk about the last match. NXT World Championship on the line. Tommaso Ciampa, the Puppet Master, defending against undefeated, not Bianca Belair, but Aleister Black, who is still to this day undefeated in NXT TakeOver history. He has an almost Finn Balor demon-like quality with this show. Never lost at this point. Unfortunately, I see him losing this one. I'm picking Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa's too good right now to take the title off of him and go back to Black. I don't see them doing that. I see this being the end of the feud. Ciampa finally puts Black down for good, and Black is one of the most predictable ones to be called up soon, either in the Royal Rumble or after WrestleMania. I don't see any of the NXT stars being called up after the Royal Rumble and before WrestleMania. That timeline, I don't see it happening. Usually doesn't happen. Some rare expectations. I guess Sami Zayn was one of them, although he did turn up in the Royal Rumble in 2016. But it took a couple of months for him to finally show up on Raw full time. Just a few Raws before WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure, in March. But hey, that's the way I see it. I'm really looking forward to this show because I feel like it's one of the most unpredictable shows in TakeOver history. I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked. Let's see what happens. But these have been my predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you guys. We're kicking off 2019 strong. Looking to get through the show even stronger. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you're looking forward to at TakeOver Phoenix. What's your favorite match going to be in the aftermath? Let me know. Cannot wait to see you guys for my results and review video. Hopefully Sunday I can do that right away. And later at this time, I'm also going to be doing my Royal Rumble predictions. Stay tuned for that video. Should be coming up soon on the channel if you haven't seen it already. See you guys soon and keep it real. Mwah. Love you.